Hello, my name is Emily Copania and I am a graduate student at the University of Montana. Here I'm going to tell you about exotic plants in Tanzania. Native plants are plants that grow in an area naturally and have been there for a very long time. Native grasses are important in Tanzania because many of the native animals, like this gazelle on the left, like to eat them. Native grasses also provide good food for human-owned or domesticated animals like the cows on the right. Exotic plants are plants that do not grow in an area naturally and were brought over recently by humans. They can be harmful because they are not as good to eat for the native animals like the gazelle or the domesticated animals like the cow. This is a picture of a morning glory, which is exotic in Tanzania. One or two morning glories might not cause a problem, but they can spread and become invasive, which would cause a problem. In this picture, we see many different plants in Tanzania. All of the clumps that look like this are morning glories. So we can see that they seem to be spreading and becoming invasive in this area. Are exotic and invasive plants a problem in Tanzania? Maybe. Let's find out. In Tanzania, we visited several national parks. These include Arusha National Park, Tarangire, Ngorongoro Conservation Area, and Serengeti National Park. Inside the national parks, we saw lots of native plants. We saw many scenes such as this one, with native animals, like Cape buffalo, eating native grasses, without many exotic plants in sight. However, we did see exotic plants in areas with more people. For example, at our campsite near Ngorongoro Crater, located right about here, we saw a plant called lantana. These are pictures of lantana, which is exotic in Tanzania. We saw this plant primarily at campsites and along roadsides, where there's lots of human activity. We also saw some exotic plants at visitor centers in Serengeti National Park. This is where Nabi Hill Visitor Center in Serengeti National Park is located. And this is a picture of prickly pear, which is an exotic plant in Tanzania. Notice the people walking on the path in the background. Nabi Hill Visitor Center has many human structures such as paths, parking lots, and buildings which cause disturbance. And this disturbance can make the area more friendly for exotic plants to grow. And lastly, we saw the most exotic plants on the drive to Invasive and at Invasive. Along this drive, we saw many morning glory plants like this one. If you look at the background of this picture, there are even more morning glory plants. They're everywhere. In conclusion, exotic plants love disturbance. Inside national parks, where there's very little human activity, we saw almost all native plants. But along roadsides, at visitor centers, or in highly grazed areas, we saw lots of exotic plants. Overgrazing seems to be a major cause of exotic plant invasion. What can we do about this? We can practice sustainable grazing. This means rotating areas so that the grasses have a chance to recover. A great natural example of this is the Great Migration, seen in this picture. During the Great Migration, zebras and wildebeests move around the Serengeti so that they do not overgraze one particular area and the grasses have a chance to recover. We can also be smart about human construction. If we build as few new roads or visitor centers as possible, we will reduce disturbance, which will help keep down exotic plants. We can also pull out exotics when we see them, especially near national parks, so that they do not spread into the national parks. Although there are some areas with exotic plant invasions in Tanzania, the national parks seem to be well protected from this problem. We can reduce exotic plants in Tanzania and prevent them from spreading into national parks with a few simple human activities. And we can keep ecosystems such as the one in this picture natural and free of exotic plants. Thank you.